Welcome friends. Now we are moving into the 14th session of this course on manufacturing strategy. In our last few sessions, we started the concept of developing the manufacturing strategy. We discussed the role of understanding the problem, and we also discussed that this is probably one of the difficult area in the entire strategy development process. And if you can identify the problem correctly, then rest of the process becomes much easier. In the concept of identification of the problem, and particularly when we are talking of operations strategy, understanding your market is the key phenomena. If you can understand your market properly, then you can design, then you can preempt your operations role to fulfill the requirement of that market. Now, in that very list, we introduce the concept of order winners and qualifiers, and in our last session we discussed that order winners and qualifiers are very important thing for an organization to win the markets, to win the orders for their products. Now, in this particular session, we are going to focus on some of the generic aspects of these order winners and qualifiers, and we will also start discussing some of the specific dimensions of some of the order winners and qualifiers. So, now let us see what are some of the basic characteristics of these order winners and qualifiers. We discussed this aspect in our previous session also. So, just a quick recap of the same, that order winners and qualifiers are highly dynamic with respect to markets and with respect to time. The same product in two different market may have a different type of list of qualifiers and list of winners. So, these are the two markets, market A and B, and now in market A the qualifiers may be price and design, while in market B the qualifier may be delivery speed. The product which reaches you fast, that product is going to qualify, and then winner in the market A may be the quality conformance, and winner in market B may be the lowest price. So, almost all the products are reaching within, let us say, a particular time frame. So, therefore, for market B the qualifier is the delivery speed, but now within that time frame which company, which product is offered you at the lowest possible price, that is going to win the order. So, for the same product in two different markets we have a different distribution of qualifiers and winners, and same thing applies for the time specific discussion, that when we are having the current year and current year plus 5 years. So, same product A, you have different qualifiers and winners. Presently your quality conformance is the qualifier and winner is the price, and it may totally reverse in coming 5 years, that qualifier may become the price and winner may become the quality, and therefore, it is very important that how these qualifiers and winners are changing over a period of time. You need to keep a close watch, you need to closely monitor that how qualifiers and winners are changing over a period of time. So, that is one of the basic characteristic irrespective of product, irrespective of market, is irrespective of time. These things are, you can say, universal truth, that winners and qualifiers are dynamic phenomena. These are changing with respect to market, these are changing with respect to time zones. Then another important thing is, we discuss generic winners, generic qualifiers in our initial discussions, but actually there are a group of criteria which are qualifying criteria. There are a group of criteria which are winning criteria. So, you need to see that if there are three phenomena, three criteria which are the winning criteria, let us say price, R&D and delivery speed. These are the three criteria which are winning criteria for my product in a market A, and then I need to see that how much weightage each of them is requiring in a particular market. Maybe 50% weightage is required for the price, 30% weightage for the research and development, and 20% weightage for delivery speed, making it 100%. This may change when I move from this market to some other market. In some other market, it is possible that price is only 25% important, the R&D activities are 35% important, and delivery speed is 40% important. So, again it will be 100%, but the relative weightage may change from one market to another market. So, we need to know that what is the relative weightage of different winning criteria in a particular market at a particular time. So, that is another important thing, because all these winning criteria may not have equal weightage. If I say that price, R&D and delivery speed are the winning criteria for product X in market A in year 2020, it is incomplete statement, because these three, price, R&D and delivery speed, will have different weightage. Maybe some is 50%, some is 30%, some is 20%, and therefore, if I want to be very specific, I need to be very particular about how much weightage a particular winning criteria is given in a particular market a particular time. The second important thing is related to qualifying criteria. The qualifying criteria, like you can have design, specification, delivery reliability and quality conformance. These are my three qualifying criteria. Now, in the qualifying criteria, I will not have the concept of weightage as I had for the winning criteria, but in this case of qualifying criteria, we divide them into qualifying and losing criteria. So, if you remember the discussion of our previous session, in that we represented qualifying criteria as Q and losing criteria as double Q. So, out of these, maybe design is Q, qualifying criteria, and delivery reliability and quality conformance may be double Q criteria or the order losing criteria. This is for a product A in market A, product A, market A. But for the same product A, but market B, it is quite possible that design is order losing criteria, delivery reliability is a qualifying criteria and quality conformance is a order losing criteria. It is quite possible. So, as we see that weightage may also change from market to market. Similarly, the order qualifying and losing criteria may also change from market to market. So, you need to have a thorough understanding that how these criteria are changing from one market to another market. It is very important. Now, when we go to, these are the basic characteristics of the order winners and qualifiers. Now, when we go for the specific dimensions of order winners and qualifiers, we need to see that these dimensions are to be discussed with respect to a particular order winner or qualifier. But before that, I want to make some of the points very clear, that not all order winners and qualifiers are operation specific. We are discussing this under the heading of operations strategy or manufacturing strategy. So, our focus is more on those criteria which are coming from the operations profile, but there are large number of order winning and qualifying criteria where operation may not play important or significant role. That some of the criteria may be marketing driven criteria, like branding. We purchase some of the products because of superior branding or the promotional activities. We are so much influenced that we purchase these products because of their heavy promotional activities, and these are marketing related order winning and qualifying criteria. So, you have that particular thing. Then, or you purchase some of the products because of skills of employees. The skills of employees play very important role in service organizations. So, because of a particular doctor, he is highly skilled doctor, the system of that hospital or nursing home may not be very appropriate. The branding, the hygiene may also be compromised, but you are visiting that nursing home because the doctor is very skilled, doctor is very knowledgeable. So, that is another winning criteria. Because of the knowledge of a particular person, you are going to that particular hospital, or you are going to that particular lawyer, you are going to that particular architect, even if other activities are not up to the mark. Or in some cases innovation, very superior research and development may be the winning criteria, may be the qualifying criteria, which may not be specifically coming from the operations profile, or some other functional areas, maybe the finance, maybe the IT, may give you some specific order winning and qualifying criteria. So, different functional roles, different functional activities may also give, may also contribute into the list of order winners and qualifiers. So, this is one very specific issue which we need to understand, that everything because of which a product is sold into the market is not coming from the operations only. Now, let us start discussing a specific dimension for a particular very important order winner and qualifier, and the name of that order winner qualifier is price. Price is the most important, or rather you can say one of the most important order winner and qualifier. Now, in many markets, particularly in the developing economies like India, Bangladesh or many other SAARC countries, in these cases where we have the developing economies, it is a very important order winner. And since it is a very important order winner, the success of China in these countries is because of that only. Because you see, when it is a very important order winner, the margins are very thin, and Chinese organizations are able to operate on that thin margins. But if price is a qualifier, margins can be high also. Now, it is very important debate, it is very important point to understand that if price is order winner at that point your margins are low, and when price is a qualifier, then your margins can be high. The reason is very simple, that when price is a qualifier, the customer feels that you are keeping price within a particular range. So, you are expected to meet that range. If your price is within that range, you come into the choice set, you are shortlisted for the consideration purpose. And if the competition is happening, if the final selection of a particular product is happening because of low price, then you have to actually reduce your profit margin, so that you can win competition over your competitors. When a range is available, you can achieve higher price margins, but when range is not available, when you are competing only on the basis of price, then at that time your price margins or your profit margins are low. So, now on the basis of these two discussions, whether price is a winner or whether price is a qualifier, you can see this particular aspect, that whether you are competing on price or being price competitive. When you are competing on price, it means price is an order winner for you, and when you are price competitive, you are offering almost the similar price as your competitors are offering. It means price is a qualifier in your case. So, if you are price competitive, if in that industry everybody is offering the similar kind of price, you will also offer the same kind of price. You will only lose order when your prices are enormously high. If your prices are within a bracket, within a range, you will qualify for the order list, but you will only be out of that order list if you are charging very heavy price. So, that is the meaning of being price competitive, that almost what your competitors are offering, you are also offering the similar kind of price. Competing on the price means you are offering the lowest possible price as compared to your competitors. So, as I say that competing on price is as good as order winning, and therefore, your margins are low, and when you are price competitive, you are offering the prices within the limits of your competitors. For a luxury car in India, if your competitors are charging 20 lakh, 25 lakh, you are also fine, maybe around 26 lakhs, it is okay. But for the same segment of customers, if you start charging 30 lakhs, maybe you will go out of the choice list. So, that is the problem if you are price competitive. Otherwise, you can generate enough margins if you are a price competitive organization, because here your price is considered as order qualifier. So, that is the primary characteristics of price, that how it can help you as order winner or order qualifier. Another important thing about price to know is that price is product life cycle dependent, that when you are having a product life cycle, so at different stages of product life cycle, price may change from winner to qualifier. Many a times when you see during the introduction stage, you try that your price should give you the winning performance, and the best example is the Jio in India's case, that when they are introduced the Jio product, they kept the price of the Jio very low with very minimum margins, and that is exactly what we discussed, that price became a very important order winner for Reliance Jio, and the margins were very low. As it becomes more into the qualifying range, because now other companies are also following the similar kind of pricing strategy. So, it is more like a qualifying criteria, and during the life of the Jio, now it has also moved into the growth stage and now going into the maturity stage. So, during the different phases of product life cycle, your price may act initially as order winning, but later as order qualifying also, or in some time it can start initially as order qualifying. If you are launching a new type of automobiles, if you are launching a new type of mobile, then you will target a particular segment of customer, and according to purchasing power of that segment of customer, you will try to keep price of that product, so that it qualifies into their choice set. So, sometime in some category of products, introduction stage will ask you to keep price as a winning criteria, or in some cases it will ask you to keep price as the qualifying criteria. So, PLC understanding of product life cycle and at what stage of product life cycle which type of expectations you have from price is also very important. Most of the time there is a general perception whenever we say that price is one important factor without adding the word qualifier or winner. The general perception is that price means we need to provide low cost product. That is a very general perception, but it is not so. Many a times you just need to follow the bracket, you need to be as competitive as your competitors are. So, that is many a times when price is a qualifier, you need not to provide low cost products, you just need to follow what your competitors are doing. So, this general perception is not good, it is a myth, and we need to see that we need to overcome this myth with the factual realities, that if it is a qualifying criteria, you have to be at par with your competitors, and if it is a winning criteria, then you need to see that how you provide the low cost to your products. So, it is not generic thing that if price is important, every time you need to be low cost. You need to see whether you have to be price competitive or competing on price, and accordingly this phenomena need to be adjusted. Now, if I see that when price is important factor, and from the manufacturing point of view, there are three very important components of manufacturing cost. One is direct labor, the second is cost of material, which includes raw material, components, sub assemblies, etc., and third is overhead. Now, around 80 to 85% of total manufacturing cost comes from material and overheads, and only 10 to 15% or in some cases which are more labor intensive, up to 20% of the cost comes from the direct labor. But whenever we talk of reducing the cost, our first target is the direct labor cost. It is very important, or you can say it is very simple to understand that you will get maximum benefit where you have the maximum share. So, maximum share is in the case of materials. So, if you can reduce the cost in material component, you will directly get, or your impact of reducing the cost will be much higher. So, material cost should be the first target whenever we talk of reducing the manufacturing cost. Now, when we talk of reducing the manufacturing cost, there are few important points which come to our mind, and let us discuss those few points briefly. The first point is about the cost reduction. So, you need to be very specific that where to target for the cost reduction. So, for cost reduction, as I said, the most important target should be the material cost. If you can reduce the material cost, then you can achieve significant reduction in your overall manufacturing cost, and as I discussed, the second important cost is the overhead, and third cost is the labor cost. So, nowadays your target number 1 should be the material cost, target number 2 should be the overhead cost, and target number 3 should be the labor cost. When we are talking of material cost, we need to focus on design aspects, that how to have a better design where we can minimize the wastage of raw material, and that will save us lot of costs related to material. Then another important aspect in case of reduced cost is lean operations. To avoid waste, the idea of lean is how to minimize the waste generation in your organization. So, if you can minimize the waste generation in your organization, you are able to reduce the manufacturing cost. So, identifying the value added activities and non value added activities through value stream mapping, and then we can reduce the waste by eliminating those non value adding activities from our manufacturing processes. Then another important, you can say, tool is the continuous improvement, Kaizen, that we need to continuously implement in our organizations, so that regularly we achieve incremental improvement. So, that is also a key point, because a stepwise improvement may not happen regularly, but continuous improvement may have regularly. So, we need to see that how we implement, how we develop this culture in our organization where people go for regular improvement. Then if you see the comparison of the organizations which have achieved the world class status with respect to these cost reduction programs and the other organizations. So, as per some available data, now if I say that there is a world class organization, so that world class organization can produce up to 95 units in 1 hour, while other organizations which are not world class organizations are producing 54 units in the same time. So, you can see that where is 54 and where is 95. So, your manufacturing cost is automatically going to reduce significantly if you are on this column of the table, world class column of the table. You are producing 95 products in the same time, while other companies are producing just 54 products in the same time. So, that is tremendous amount of efficiency as you go by improving continuously, by following the principles of other improvement techniques, and therefore, your space utilization, the floor utilization is also tremendously high. 1 square meter of floor space will give you 89 products in case of a world class organization, and during the same time the other organizations get only 64 products. So, your space utilization is also very high, that again helps you in going for the lower cost of your production. Level of rework, how much rework is required. So, that is related to the quality output from the organization. So, only 1.5% of direct time labor is involved in the rework in a world class organization, while in other organizations this is more than 4%, that is the percentage of rework. And in case of world class organizations, you are keeping inventory of just 11 hours, while in other organizations you are maintaining inventory of 75 hours. So, when we are keeping such a low inventory, so you see how much less capital is blocked in keeping the inventory, and how much more capital is involved or blocked in keeping this inventory for 75 hours. So, this will make your organizations, if you are a world class organization, richer, because you have more liquid assets available with you, and therefore, if you are in this world class column, your all parameters are much superior than other normal organizations, and this will increase your competitiveness tremendously, and it will be whether you are competing on price or you are price competitive, you are able to take advantage of this phenomena in both the cases. So, with this we stop in this session here. We will like to discuss few more important thing, few more specific agenda with respect to price as our important order winner and qualifier. So, with this we come to end of this session. Thank you very much.